Hey there. Welcome to CyberPulse by Quantum Shield, the podcast where we make cybersecurity less intimidating and a lot more exciting. Every episode, we're diving into the latest digital drama, from sneaky hackers to the coolest defense strategies, all while sharing tips you can actually use. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's navigate this crazy digital world together.
Ever feel like you're navigating a minefield online?
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Like one wrong click and boom.
exactly. And today we're diving deep into one of those digital landmines, malware.
And we've got some really interesting material to work with today. I think people will find it pretty shocking.
You know, it's funny, we toss that word malware around, but when you really think about it, your material starts with this definition. Malware is intentionally designed to cause damage.
Right.
Intentionally. Someone sat down and decided to inflict harm, and that's kind of chilling when you really think about it.
It really is. And it's like you said, it's not just some random glitch. It's planned, it's targeted, and, to really understand malware, you have to understand the motives behind it.
And those motives can be all over the map, right?
Exactly. Money, obviously a big one.
Ransomware, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. But then you've got disruption, espionage, even just some,
Chaos.
total chaos just for the fun of it, seemingly.
Yeah.
So yeah, different motives, different methods.
So let's break down some of those methods. What are the most common types of malware out there?
Well, I think the best place to start is with the one everyone's heard of, viruses.
Ah, the classics.
Right. And they've been around forever. Now, they might not be as prevalent these days, but they're a great way to understand a fundamental concept: malicious code that is designed to spread. So imagine this. You download what you think is a harmless file, maybe a game or some software.
Oh, like a pirated version of something?
Exactly. But it secretly carries a virus,
Yeah.
and once it's on your system, it can infect other files, corrupt data.
And then, of course, potentially spread to other devices.
It's like a digital cold that just keeps getting passed around.
Instead of tissues, we need antivirus software.
That's a great way to put it. A good antivirus is your first line of defense. It's like your immune system detecting and neutralizing these threats.
So viruses need that little bit of help to spread. They need us to click on that download. Worms, on the other hand, they're a whole other story.
Oh yeah, worms are the ultimate network infiltrators. They don't need a host file to travel. They exploit vulnerabilities in software to replicate themselves.
And they spread like wildfire.
Exactly. One example that comes to mind is the WannaCry attack back in 2017.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was a worm. Brought down hospitals, banks, government systems. It was global.
Speaking of things that can spread like wildfire and cause chaos, let's talk about Trojans.
Oh, Trojans. All about deception.
The ultimate tricksters.
Think of a Trojan like a malicious program disguised as something totally legitimate. So you download something you think is fine, that free music download, but hidden inside is a nasty surprise. It gets on your system, and then it can do anything from stealing your password, spying on your keystrokes.
Even turning on your webcam without you knowing. Right.
You got it, which is so creepy. And the thing is, they often exploit vulnerabilities in the software we use every day, which is why those security updates that we all love to ignore.
So important.
So important.
Keep your software updated, folks. It's not a suggestion, it's a must. All right, next up, we've got the one that makes headlines and sends chills down everyone's spine. Let's talk about ransomware.
Ransomware is the digital equivalent of a hostage situation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It encrypts your files, effectively locking you out.
So you can't access anything.
You got it, and then it demands a ransom, usually in cryptocurrency, to give you the decryption key. And it's not just individuals anymore. It's critical infrastructure, hospitals, power grids, transportation systems. It's scary stuff.
That is terrifying. I mean, what can you even do about that?
Strong, unique passwords are a must for every single account. Every single one. Multi-factor authentication adds another layer of security. And this is where I always say backups, backups, backups. You've got to have multiple backups of your important data and store them offline if possible.
So if they do hold yourself digitally hostage, you've got a spare key.
You got it.
I love that. All right, this next one, zombies and botnets. This sounds like something out of, science fiction.
Right.
What is going on with zombies and botnets?
Okay, imagine this. Thousands, even millions of computers infected with malware, but they're all controlled remotely by a single hacker. That is a botnet. And each infected device becomes a zombie, a mindless soldier in this hacker's army, and they can use that network to launch these massive attacks, send spam, steal data, on a scale that's hard to even comprehend.
So it's not even just what they can do to your computer, it's what they can do with your computer to attack others.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, that's unnerving. Okay, last but not least, we've got rootkits. What makes them so different?
Rootkits are the stealth fighters of the malware world, right?
Okay.
They burrow deep into your system, often at the operating system level, to give the attacker privileged access, and they can be really hard to detect. Like, they're designed to stay hidden.
So they're in there, but you don't even know it.
You don't even know it.
Yeah.
They can even hide other malware. They're a nightmare to remove.
Wow. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack when you don't even know what the needle looks like.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of scary stuff.
We have.
What's the one thing our listeners should take away from this?
Malware is a constant, ever-evolving threat. But by understanding the different types, the motives, and taking precautions, you can significantly reduce your risk.
It's like wearing your digital seatbelt. You hope you never need it, but you're really glad you have it on when you do.
100%. And the great thing is, just like seatbelt technology has advanced, so has cybersecurity. The key is to stay informed and adapt as the threats evolve.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the world of malware. Until next time, everybody, stay curious and most importantly, stay safe.
Thanks for hanging out with us on CyberPulse. Remember, cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary. It's all about staying sharp and a little bit savvy. Keep learning, stay curious, and don't let those cyber gremlins get you down. Catch you next time, and until then, stay safe, stay smart, and keep crushing it online.